Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Wednesday, the 22nd of May 2024. In today's Millwall news, we have this from the southwarknews.co.uk. You have to have a nasty streak in ya. Millwall players reveal where they stand on football's dark arts. Pitching, pulling shirts, stepping on toes, trash talk, and plenty of other tactics are used by some in the game to gain a slight advantage on opponents. There are many ways to win a game of football. The traditional method of simply being the better team is admirable, but many clubs over the years, from the top to the bottom of the footballing pyramid, have come to learn that there are other ways to conquer. In many sports, including football, there are crafty tactics that often sit within the grey area of the rules that many teams turn to when they need a result, from something as simple as treading on your opponent's toes to more elaborate attempts to win free kicks by play acting. Many players and fans differ in opinion on how necessarily it is to employ these tactics to get victory. For Millwall defender Joe Bryan, who, like his teammates, spoke to News at Den throughout the season on this topic, it is simply part and parcel of the sport. He said, it's part of the game. I would do most things I can to win. I would never cheat. I'll never intentionally dive. I'll never say abusive things to other players. That's wrong. There's no place for that in the game. But holding someone on or accidentally treading on their toes, things like that do happen. And after the game, we'll shake hands and we'll wish each other the best. But most players will do everything they can to win. So I'll be wrong to sit here and say I won't. Midfielder George Honeyman believed the emotion and the context of the game often dictated how much players tended to get involved with the dark arts. He said, I never go into a game intending to do stuff like that, but I kind of feel like if you get riled up by an opponent, then it's like you get as good as you give. And I don't think anyone does it as a conscious effort before the start, but when you get overcome by the game and you can sense yourself getting an advantage in some way, hey, look, it's professional sports, so you have to try and take every percentage you can. There's definitely a few veterans who you come across a few times and you know what type of game you're going to get, but honestly, I think half the time it comes down to whatever the emotion of the game is. It's a very emotional game and sometimes we can get lost in it. Fullback Danny McNamara said he was more interested in the more traditional methods of gaining an advantage, including putting in a big mood-setting tackle on the opposition player he is facing. When I'm playing against top wingers, I just try and get in their head a little bit and let them know that I'm here, he said. If I can put a big tackle in on them early, then I will do that. I'll get the fans going and get the lads going. That's a big part of my game, and I enjoy it. It's all good until the winger starts ruining you, he added with a laugh. Brock Norton-Cuffy, who has returned to Arsenal from his loan spell at the Den, also believed gaining a psychological advantage was crucial for defenders. He told News at Den, it's an important part of football. I wouldn't say it's major in my game, but I feel like as a footballer, you have to have a nasty streak in you. Just a little bit, and obviously not over the line, but you need to let the opponent know that you're there. Let's say there's like a 50-50 to be won, and it's the first challenge of the game against your winger. If you hit him hard maybe 2-3 times at the start of the match, he's thinking, I might be in for a game here. So little stuff like that is important. You'll see on match days and even training little tactical fouls from everyone in the team. But it's very important and it gives you a small edge over your opponents. Striker Tom Bradshaw and midfielder Ryan Longman were two players who said they were more unwilling to get involved with the tricks and games, with Bradshaw instead of relying on his strengths as a forward. He said, he's not really something that he'd do. Obviously, I'm playing against defenders that week in, week out, treading on your toes or pinching you or pulling your shirt when the referee's not looking. But I just try and play my game. I'm not the biggest of guys, so I can't really wrestle or centre back off the ball. But I think for me, it's about timing a header or a jump or running behind. And you have to use whatever you can to your advantage, and my strength has been my timing. On whether the crafty tactics irritate him, the Welshman added, it's just one of those things you get used to. I've been in professional football for 14 years, and it's nothing new. It's been happening as long as time. You can let it get to you, because if you let it get to you, then it affects your game. And if it affects your game, you're not going to be able to produce what you're capable of. While former loanee Longman said, if you're buying a foul, say you're getting nudged a bit and you fall over and you get a foul, I think that's clever and that's good game management. The other side, like treading on people's toes and that, I've never done it really. I just don't see the point of it. Everyone for themselves, I guess, but if it happens to me, I'll just give the player a push. So there you go. Seems to be a story that was being crafted over the season and being held for a rainy day. And here we are. It is literally a raining day. It's pissing down today. But a rainy day in terms of news. Not a lot going on. Not a lot at all. But we do have this. One more story. Last of the day. Also from the southernnews.co.uk. Millwall fan who fought off jihadis at London Bridge gets major bravery medal. Roy has never received official recognition for his heroism until now. The Millwall fan who fought off knife-wielding jihadis finally has a bravery medal on his chest 7 years after the London Bridge attack. Roy Larner, 54, famously roared, "Fuck you, I'm Millwall," while throwing punches at 3 steroid-using jihadis who slashed at him while wearing fake suicide belts. Despite nearly dying from his injuries, Roy has never received official recognition for his heroism until now. On Thursday, May the 16th, the Royal Humane Society presented him with a silver medal reserved for those who put themselves in extreme personal danger to protect others. The medal was given to him by Black Rod Sarah Clark, the most senior House of Lords officer at Aberdashers Hall in central London. Roy said, "It was lovely. It made me feel like, I've been finally been recognised after 7 years. Even the police officers and counter-terrorism police came up to me afterwards to say thank you. It was very nice. I'm proud of myself for once." After Roy went for a drink at the Wheat Sheaf at a meet-up organised by Mill fan group House of Fun, Roy can vividly remember what took place at 9:58 p.m. on June 3rd, 2017. 3 assailants armed with 12-inch kitchen knives ploughed a van into innocent people on London Bridge. The trio launched a frenzied stab attack on crowds enjoying their Saturday around Borough Market. They encountered Roy at the Black and Blue bar, who, refusing to flee, fought the attackers, doubtlessly saving the lives of several others. 8 people were killed and 48 injured during the attacks that night. Many people have received gallantry awards, including George medals, for their bravery during the attack, but Roy has always been passed over. However, he has been involved in several racist incidents, which may be why he has never received an award. These include convictions for racially aggravated common assault and religiously aggravated harassment for expletive rant in his local MP Neil Coyle's office. Roy has expressed remorse for his actions, which he says were wrong, but he still feels he's been airbrushed from the history of the attacks. He previously said, "I'm not perfect, but what I've done probably makes up for those things." Roy still hopes to one day receive the ultimate recognition, the George Cross. So there you go. Says it all, doesn't it? Now, we're going to have a look at this again. Been updated today, 22nd of May. This football fragmenter. I'm going to keep referring to this over the course of the summer transfer window. Why? It's because, hey, listen, it's a list of all of the players in all of the 92 football clubs who are out of contract this summer. Okay? And this is someone's collecting all the information online from all the news stories and stuff when the clubs put out their release lists and whatever, and he's keeping a note. Not only that, but he's updating when players find clubs. Like, you got a player here from Burnley, Rohan Vaughan, who's gone to QPR. So once he knows that, he's going to do that as well. So we'll find out once these players are off the board, they're gone. Burnley, Premier League, put out their list. One of a few Premier League teams to do so. In terms of players that may or may not interest Millwall, I imagine our targets are already probably acquired, and they're probably just working their way through it. But one name come to note, obviously we're being linked with a goalkeeper that we probably need a solid number 2 who has the capability, if required, if Sarkic gets injured, to jump up to play first team football and do an okay job, do a decent job, but be happy to sit in that number 2 spot, maybe not, and whatever. But so we've got Nottingham Forest, Wayne Hennessy, goalkeeper. He's quite old now. He's 37, so he's probably the same age as Bart. But is he any good? Is he still good? I don't know. No idea. But he was at Crystal Palace, so he's probably no stranger to South London. But would he be happy to come and be number 2 at Millwall? I don't know. Should we try and get him? I don't know, but we'll see. For the championship as well, most clubs, bizarrely Cardiff, who weren't involved in the playoffs, I don't know what they're waiting for. Maybe the court case. Are they still waiting on that court case with the geezer who died in that plane crash? I don't know. It's all very bizarre. So yeah, Ipswich obviously, Ipswich leads, Leicester still waiting for them, and Sheffield Wednesday published their list. Southampton obviously they're still in the playoff final. Watford for some reason as well, they haven't put theirs out yet. But West Brom Edge. So looking through these, like I said, I think most of these are players from the under 21s for most of the clubs. But one name that struck out, Nathaniel Chalobah. West Brom, obviously West Brom got themselves into the playoffs. Chalobah started 7 games, came on as a sub in 26, bit part player. I think he may have been injured, I'm not too sure. But so is this the type of player we should be looking at? Like, he's got England pedigree, been through most of the England youth ranks, even played for the national team once. Is he being released by West Brom, or did he just let his contract run down? Who knows? Obviously, he started down south. I believe he started at Chelsea, so maybe he might want to come back to London. Could we be offered? Is he someone we should be interested in? Don't know. No idea. But like I said, there's a lot of names on here. And that's why you need a decent recruitment team. Who are these people? You would imagine that someone who works in football recruitment would know who they are, and would know if they're any good, and whether they would certainly improve Millwall's squad if we sign them. And then you've got to go, well, what deal can we make? Is that deal worth it? So that's a lot to get through here. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.